Good morning and welcome to the channel on this Sunday the 24th of May 2026. Looking through all my various news sources, we seem to be getting lots of different views coming out on the talks between the US and Iran on stopping the war. Well, first and foremost, let me just put you straight. It's not about stopping the war. This is about a memorandum of understanding which gives really a list of things for future discussions that they will agree to talk on. This has been going on for quite some considerable time now, and what they're talking about is a possible 60-day extension of the ceasefire. Well, the ceasefire has just been that. It's been a ceasefire, although there've been breaking of that ceasefire on both sides. So let's just have a look now at each particular side's point of view. The overall mood is, from the US, a cautious optimism. Progress is possible but not guaranteed. From the Iranian point of view, there is deep skepticism. US claims of progress are not true or exaggerated, and coming from Donald Trump, that is no surprise really. The goal of the talks is from the US to secure a good deal with strong verification and long-term limits on Iran's nuclear program. But as I say, that's just part of a memorandum of understanding and doesn't necessarily mean it will get agreed at this point in time. Iran's point of view is to achieve sanctions relief, security guarantees and recognition of Iran's regional war. There is an approach to pressure where the US is maintaining military and economic pressure to force concessions. Naval blockade is seen as a leverage. From the Iranian point of view, it's pressure the US by controlling the Strait of Hormuz and demonstrating that they still have a missile and drone capability. The Strait of Hormuz, well, from the American point of view, it wants a full reopening and restoration of free navigation as a core condition. Iran rejects returning to pre-war status, insists Iran will manage and control the strait. This is a red line, and it's never going to happen like that. Ceasefire compliance, well, the American claims Iran is violating the ceasefire by firing upon ships and so on. Iran rejects returning to pre-war status, insists Iran will manage and control the strait, and accuses the US of armed piracy and violating the ceasefire by seizing tankers. On the nuclear side, well, America seeks a decade-long halt to enrichment and removal of enriched uranium from Iran. Iran rejects long-term restrictions, insists enrichment is a sovereign right. The negotiation documents, America says Iran is engaging and progress is being made. Iran says the US is misrepresenting the status, recently rejected another US memorandum. There is a time pressure where America believes Iran is economically squeezed and will eventually concede. Iran believes the US is politically pressured and will soften its demands over time. Military, well, the US is keeping its forces in the Gulf to deter escalation and reassure allies. Iran using regional proxies and missile threats to raise the cost of US pressure. In the public messaging, Trump wants Iran to accept a deal the nice way or the hard way, but he doesn't really elaborate on what those are. Iranian officials say they will not be bullied and will not negotiate under threat. So what does all this mean? Well, from my point of view, it doesn't mean anything, because they're still diametrically opposed, and I think they will remain so for some time. I hope not. I hope that a ceasefire can be agreed. But as I said in the beginning, a memorandum of understanding is just a basis for further negotiations. Okay, that's it for today. Let's see what happens in the future. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.